I hope you are keeping well. I hope you are safe. Hata mimi niko fiti. And on our today's video, it's about creating awareness on disability. And here in Kenyatta University, it's also a day of creating awareness in disability in BSSC room 14. And with me here, I'm with a visually impaired person whom we're ready to interview him and get to know more information about his life, what he faces, the joy and the challenges, all in all. And so with me here, I also have some questions that I'm going to ask him so that you can get to know more information about his life. Because his story is a touching story, and that's why we are shooting it so that we can create awareness to also those who are out there and facing the same. So what's your name?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Mike Ongada. I'm third year here at KU.
What course are you undertaking?
I'm taking Bachelor of Education, Special Needs Education.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So today I have some a little questions that I'm about to ask you so that you can know more about your life.
Thank you.
And yeah, because your story, I know it, and that's why I want those people who are out there to also be aware of it
Now,
and be empowered.
pleasure to have me. I'm very much humbled.
Yes. So, my first question is, what is your worst moment in life that you keep on remembering and you say, from this moment, my life has changed, and I hope I never have to do this again?
Wow, thank you for the question. My worst moment, I think there are two or three. One of them is when I lost my parents. That was one of my worst moments. I felt so low,
So,
down. Yeah, and, I think all is well. I thank God for His faithfulness. Just as the Bible says that He is the father to the fatherless and the husband to the widow, He has been my
so good
father.
to you.
Sure, more than faithful. Then another moment is when I lost my sight. It was in my adulthood, and
How old were you?
around, is it 1920? Because it was after my high school, pursuing another degree in another university. Yeah, around 20 years. Because I was an adult by then, around 19, 20 years. Yeah, yeah. So when I lost my sight, that's when I felt like I was so very, very low. Like I was asking God, why at 20? Why not at 70 or 80?
So
Yeah,
you were
those.
born while you were seeing.
I was born sighted, seeing very well. I know everything. I know the colors and everything.
You have seen everything.
I've seen everything.
So that's an advantage to you because
Yeah.
in a way, because some people are born completely blind
Sure, sure.
and still some are being born not
Blind,
seeing at all,
yes,
visually impaired completely.
completely.
So there are things. I can't say it's perfect,
No.
but you have at least known.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Now.
And how was it to adapt from the way you were seeing? How did you manage to adapt from not seeing
Yeah.
to from seeing to seeing in a new in the
In,
old
in
environment?
the old environment. Yeah, great. That's a very good question. Number one, I can say it is not easy, but it calls for your inner motivation. Because for me, I was this zealous and ambitious young man. Uh, Number one, by then I was born again by then.
You're
So
already born again.
yes,
Were your
I'm a
parents
Christian.
present while you were teaching?
No, no, no. Like I felt I need God when I was joining my high school.
You were in high school already.
Yeah. So by around when I was joining from one is when like I received Christ. I saw like I just need God
You
in
got
my
there.
life. Yeah, yeah. I just need God's intervention. So I was this zealous young man, committed in ministry, church activity, singing and vitu kama hiyo. And then when I lost my sight, I remember like trying to pray because I always hear that God answers prayers, God communicates to people. So I was like, sure, God should give me an answer as to why this has happened, and like what is the reason behind it. Because
But they always say
yeah,
you
yeah.
shouldn't question the things that God does.
That is it. But you know, at sometimes
You
in
are
your
getting
low
so
moments,
low,
yeah,
you
you are
wonder
like,
why me.
you almost doubt that is this God really there? Yeah. So I can say whatever helped me to change. I remember one time when I was just in my low moment because the family circles, the friends, like they have left you. Then I was
They
like,
stop. You lost friends while the moment you
majority,
became
I can say
social
almost all
media.
of them.
And like mimi nikikuona,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
may say you are seeing.
Exactly. That's
While I look at you, I can say you are seeing.
I
Like,
don't
how
see.
did they just start living because you are
Yeah.
usually there now?
So I think acceptance, like because it's something like happened gradually,
How
although
did they know? Like,
within a short time.
how did they know that now this person is not able to see
To see
us?
again,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Because
did it show? Because Mimi Aki, I cannot tell by looking at you.
okay, maybe we can go to the how it happened, then we can come to know like how I adjusted.
Okay, how
So
did it happen?
this is how it happened. I had malaria na ilikuwa silent, like ilikuwa like unameza, kuna some reaction, you're feeling fever nini nini, so you're trying to take medication but haiendi. Then by the time
You are going to hospital.
sometimes unatumia tu hizi over counter, then unapata like silent malaria is not easily detected kutumia hizi the normal
Yeah.
nini hizi ni test za mkono na nini. Yeah, so sometimes
Diagnosis.
nataka uende lab ufanye hiyo screening. Then sometimes family setup sometimes is also a challenge, and family setup.
How is that?
You know, when you come in a family setup, especially on an extended family, and maybe you are staying with a step family, unapata sometimes when you raise some concerns, people people don't take they
People
don't take it
them
seriously, so
because
wanaona
you
like
are like
maybe you just
extended
want
family.
attention, yeah, vitu kama hiyo. So yeah, it was such like a happening. So ilifika wakati like ilikuwa imewasen, so like that's when they saw like this thing is serious.
You are not searching for attention.
I was very very sick.
You are hurting.
Yeah, so na nilikuwa natumia hizo na nini but it wasn't responding.
It wasn't helping.
Yeah. So wakaamua like kunipatia hiyo serious attention, kunipeleka hosi, kudiagnose nini na nini. So ikakuja wakasema this is something like cerebral malaria, like imekuwa mingi kwa mwili, so ina progress, ni kama inaenda kwa akili, na ikifika kwa akili hapo ndo nasikia mtu ana chill. You run mad. That's how serious it was. So
Someone can run mad.
yes, you become insane. Yeah. So wakati ilifika hapo, the medics had to choose to like use higher medication that is beyond L na vitu kama hiyo. So the option they had was quinine, and quinine, you have quinine injection and quinine drip yenye inaingizwa kwa via intravenous, so that it goes direct into the bloodstream to deal with the plasmodium ya malaria. So they were like, I have been in previous medication, and from the history ni kwamba hii damu nini, the drugs is still in the blood, so they had like to wait the previous medication to reduce in the body so that they can introduce quinine drip. At the same time, when they wait for the previous medication to reduce in the body, the malaria may progress ifike kwa brain, which is dangerous.
Which could
Yeah, kabisa. So they thought, let's just take a risk and introduce, deal with the plasmodium, then like suppress, imalize kabisa. Yeah. So that's what they decided, and I think it was the best option because
maybe you'd have been mad.
Yeah, exactly. So they introduced quinine drip, and after a day or two, actually I recovered.
You are very much okay.
I'm very much okay. I continued my activities. In fact, I remember after I finished high school, I was attached to a certain researching NGO. It's called IPA, Innovation for Poverty Action. It's a branch of ICS. So anytime I wasn't at school, that is in campus, I could go and work with them. Yeah. So after like healing, just gaining my strength, I went back to my normal activities. Then I realized after some time, I think a month or two, like my sight is diminishing, and you just see darkness. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it is during the day, and you're saying it is like dusk in the evening, almost saa moja jioni. Yeah, so inaenda gradual. So by the time, by that time I was using the spectacles, the glasses. They were photochromatic, in that they shed when you are on a bright light. They shed. They reduce the light because nilikuwa pia na sight defect. Yeah.
The
So
one I'm having now.
exactly. Yeah. But then you give them proper attention. That's what I can tell you. Anytime you feel anything not normal, just give them attention. Yeah. Yeah. So generally that's how it happened. So like I remember telling some of my step brothers from here, I'm seeing darkness coming.
Not seeing
Yeah,
clearly.
I'm not seeing clearly. Then they are telling me, no, those are your spectacles. They do shed. Cambia, no. Even if I remove them, I am still seeing darkness. So I remember I was working with that NGO. So I remember we were sometimes
you are now 1920 at that moment.
Yeah. When I was in the department, at a point we were using projectors because we were doing some data entry after we have come from the field. Then I remember like when walking along the department, I couldn't like see clearly, so I almost knocked one of the staff. Then the staff sort of just avoided me. Then she went and talked to my boss, and then she asked my boss, "What is wrong with Michael nowadays? Is there any problem? Because I've never seen him like this. Like when you meet along the corridor, he could always say hi, you talk, nini nini, but he almost knocked me."
You had not seen her?
I had not seen her. So my boss told her, he has told me of some side problem, and I'm thinking of giving him an off so that he can go for a checkup. So the colleague akamwambia, please do that because it is not normal. It is not normal. So the boss gave me an off, the kind of eye checkup. They screened my ass, yeah, kind of optician. So what they told me, we have experienced such cases before, and all cases that we can't handle, we do refer them to Sabatia Eye Clinic. Sabatia Eye Clinic. Remember, I'm in Busia. I think Sabatia is in Vihiga.
Yes.
Yeah, Sabatia Eye Clinic. That is where we refer our cases. So they told me in 2 weeks' time, make sure you go to Sabatia.
We went.
This is now another challenge. I gave my boss the feedback. I gave my family the feedback. I told them, thank you. I told them in 2 weeks' time, I'm supposed to go to Sabatia. So this is a referral I received. Then like, there's no one who is listening. There's no one who is listening. Yeah, attention. Like, no one is seeing that it's a serious thing. Yeah, no. Because I expected maybe watasema, even if you have money, let's say you can sell an animal here or some cuckoos, and
we can do something.
Yes, so at least we just take that step. But no one was listening. So I called my brother. Of course, now my boss, actually I can say she listened because she gave me an off after giving her the report. Yeah, she was okay. She told me like, it's okay, you can take more leave days and go home and seek medication and so on. But now the family at home was like not understanding, not borrowing the idea, or not giving the matter the attention or the seriousness it deserves. Yeah. So I also called my brother mwenye anapata. He was in Nairobi by then.
And you were in Busia?
Yes, I was in Busia.
Okay.
I told him this is the report, and he was not also that financially stable. So I thought, what is the best option? I had some savings. Immediately I was working with this NGO. I entered into a circle. So I had accumulated some money, around 50K, I think. So I just thought like, this is the best option because this is the only money and maybe I have a right to determine how I can use it. So I had like to sign the form to withdraw the money, and unfortunately it took over 3 weeks for the money to come out.
That's now almost extending your healing process.
Exactly. Because the reason the optician recommended for 2 weeks, they had realized a growth in the retina, and the problem was like the blood capillaries had ruptured, and the cause is the overdose. The previous medication plus the quinine drip resulted to an overdose that led to a hemorrhage in the eyes. So there was the blood, after the blood capillaries had ruptured, there was sort of an obstruction, a growth that is where preventing light that is coming outside uh, to land on the optic nerve so that the image can be reflected in the brain. Kitu kama hiyo. Maybe biology high school naisahau kidogo, but is where that is it. So there was that growth, and at the growth ni kwamba the blood clot because of the overdose.
And that's how you ended up.
Yeah. So by the time I had withdrawn my savings, maybe in a month and some week, ndio na contact my brother. We are going to Sabatia. They tried to do fast treatment and it was quite expensive.
And it was already late.
It was already late, that's the thing. There was an injection, I remember. They were injecting inside the eyes. In fact, it's supposed to be injected in the retina. Done. Yeah. So the injection is done in the theater. You are just dressed. Yeah, you are cancelled, nini nini. Then you are taken to the theater. So there are some clips.
So you are cancelled.
Yeah.
You are told
you just prepare for the worst. You accept the results, whichever. Yeah.
You are told
Like
never.
At that point, they don't tell you that you'll never see.
But they give you
just some counseling to just to accept, like even like the doctors are treating, but even if they mess with your body, kuna hiyo consent. In fact, there's a consent you feel like as you're going to the theater, they are going to work on your body and you should accept the outcome,
whatever the outcome.
Yeah, whatever the outcome. If maybe in the process of treating they may tamper with something else, like they are not supposed to be accountable, no. Something
You
of
are
the
not
sort.
supposed to blame them.
To blame them. Kama you feel the concept kwamba you are accepting the
Whatever
consequences, the outcome, as you are going into the theater. Vitu kama hiyo. Then, so the counseling is more of your hope kwamba itakuwa successful,
but
not of
happens,
yes.
just receive it.
Just receive it.
Yeah, that's like telling mtu unaenda kuku.
Yeah, but sasa unajua hapo you still got hope. Yeah,
everything is gonna be okay.
Unasikia roho juu. Then you're like, God, I've been serving you, you're faithful God, you answer, you run. So I had those hopes that even if those doctors are careless, God would just intervene
and everything will be okay.
Exactly. And I remember the treatment was quite expensive because one injection was going at 10,000.
What?
One injection, and it's supposed to be done on both eyes.
So
and
each eye. And
so
how many injections?
That is the injection, like both eyes. That is 20,000. It's supposed to be repeated after 2 weeks.
And
then
you are not financially alright.
It's stable, yeah.
So how did you take the outcome? What people were there? Were people there to help you and tell you, oh, this is it? Were they supportive? Were there regrets, like when your wazazi walikuwa na, or those extended family members that I wish we would undertake this earlier?
I can say there was, because they were like sort of ile remorse, like wanaona so this thing was this serious.
So you
this,
are
yeah,
serious
yeah.
that you
So
are not okay with
yeah,
your
I'm not
eyes.
okay with your eyes
Mhm.
because I remember by the it really like depressed my brother. Like he never like understood why and how. Mm.
How it
Even the
happened.
family, the extended family, they were like, really? So it is this serious that like when they are forced now, they need to guide you, to hold your hand, to lead you to the washroom and something. So they are now feeling how serious the
Yeah, how
matter
serious
was.
it is
Yeah,
and
how
how
it
it
was.
has ended
Yeah,
up.
kabisa. So I can say generally
And
that's what
were they
happened.
supportive? Like after that,
That's
did
what
they come
happened.
to help you?
So something funny. Uh, But then Mimi, I can say it's God, especially on my side. I always put my trust in God. So I remember I had friends, workmates, colleagues, and then like my passion, my dream career was to be a pediatrician. So
So
I had,
that was your goal
yeah, my
in
dream
life.
career, yeah, to be a pediatrician. And I just developed this passion
Before the
when I was still a young child. I remember being treated because I was kind of a sickly boy hivi kitu kama. So I just remember one of the doctors alikuwa anaitwa Dr. Guess, the way he was treating me,
with
that
passion,
passion, that love, yeah.
attentiveness,
Then I just feel like
this
this
is
is the
what I
person
want
I
to
should
be.
be. Yeah. So that
You
was, yeah,
a pediatrician.
a pediatrician.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember after high school, actually, I didn't get the direct entry into medicine, but
What
took
to school?
I I scored a B plus.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I chose to study public health as a bridging course so that through it I can bridge and go into medicine. Yeah,
Pediatrics.
pediatrics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was like my roadmap, you see. But
And then
somewhere
how is
along
it
the way,
that
somewhere
you are
along
now
the
in
way,
education?
now you're in education, you see.
What happened that
Yeah,
ukaona
yeah.
this education
Now
is what I
it's
can
the
do.
best option.
Mhm.
Yeah, because my passion was like just to deal with human beings. I am, and I was very much passionate with human health and sciences, just to deal with human beings. Yeah, just
Kutibu watu.
exactly. That was my passion. So I remember after losing my sight, going for rehabilitation to
So
learn.
when you are doing your KCSE, you had sight.
Yes,
Hey,
sight.
okay. So like 4 years ago, you had your sight. And how is it you are adapted very, very fast? Like,
Number one, I can say the inner drive. The
that you
inner
have
drive. Yeah, like the sight is gone, but the vision is real and alive.
it's powerful.
Yeah, the sight is gone, but the vision is there. Yeah, the vision is real and alive.
Okay.
Very, very active and vibrant.
So what made you change?
Yeah,
Like ukaona
yeah. Now,
public health,
yes.
let me just do education
Now,
and leave away with what I have. So you are not passionate with education?
I'm very much passionate with
You
it,
became
and I
passionate
have
with
a
it.
reason why I chose education
What is it?
compared to other professions.
Inform us.
Yeah. So, like, after I've accepted, even after the rehabilitation, learning how to use braille,
So you went
I
to learn how to
yes, I went to Machakos Technical Institute for the Blind.
for
That
how
is,
long?
I think it was 2 terms. Those are 6 months.
Okay. And you learned.
I learned, I learned braille for the first 3 months. Then the second 3 months, I just went to study ICT for the blind, how to use the JAWS. There's a screen reader we called NVDA, non-visual desktop access.
I don't know about
We
that.
have another one called JAWS, JAWS, job access with speech. So these are screen readers that enable us operate a laptop, even a phone. Like my phone,
Yeah, how
it
do you manage
yes,
to use a
you see,
phone to
it
type,
talks.
to
Huh?
call people?
Yes. So this is this the, the talk back, the one we use on the phone. But with the laptops, the desktop, we use the screen readers. This is also
Screen
like,
reader.
yeah. So the phone, the one in the phone is also a screen reader, but it's called talkback.
Okay.
Yeah,
So after you press something,
yeah,
it
it
tells
tells
you
you.
what you have done.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it tells you. I can text, I can read
You can do
messages,
everything.
everything.
You
Yeah,
can type.
exactly.
Yeah, there is also in our groups we find some who send voice notes
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
to ask for
Yeah,
something
exactly. The reason we prefer voice note, like they are easy. Maybe we can
rather
type,
than
but
typing. It
yeah,
takes
but
time
yeah, we are quite
and
slow in
needs
typing.
concentration.
Exactly.
So you prefer using
Voice
voice
note,
notes.
just tap, blah 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 blah.
It's gone and it's hard.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason actually I couldn't continue with public health, more of medicine,
Mhm.
because it involved a lot of observation and movement, which I couldn't do comfortably. You see. Yeah, so I thought, now that I'm passionate with human beings, I remember some of my friends telling me, now you are passionate with medicine, why can't you product health promotion, something of the sort? I told them, no, no, no. I don't want to deal with products. I want to deal with people. I am passionate about human beings. So when I started thinking, I thought of education.